Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about the long war versus the initial battles or the skirmishes. Now, disclaimer, this is metaphorical, okay? We're talking about battles in the sense of just to give it some description, to make it easier to understand. My brother's in the military, a lot of military guys write me, so we're not saying this is a war of any kind. Although a guy who was a veteran of the Iraq War, a sniper, said that he'd rather be back there than dealing with this situation with his now ex-wife. So there's that. So what do we mean by this? Initially, it's just a blast of crap. Your compass is going all over the place. You have to settle yourself. But I would say the longer battle, and one that if you start focusing on earlier will help you get through the initial stuff, is the fact that your life has been turned upside down. Friends change or leave, families divide and face off against each other, all things that you have no idea about until they happen. People who you thought were your friends don't really step up. People who were casual acquaintances perhaps really step in and are compassionate and supportive and great. So you never know what's going to happen. Um, and this long battle scenario is your world has changed and it will change, and you have to address that. You have to build a new social network or restructure the old one. You have to look into new habits. You have to have a vision of your future, or else you'll, number one, probably get caught up in this intense back and forth with the ex, which can happen. It just pulls you in. You start getting into it with them, and it's such a waste of time and energy. Okay. If their kids are involved, it's a whole nother story. And obviously, if you have a longer term vision, you can be a solid force in their life and not get caught up in that cycle we were talking about. So I think writing a strategy of where you want to be in a few years or your ideal goal just in a pad, nobody else has to see it, is a very good idea. And that will tell you the lines of direction you want to follow. You want to lose weight. You want to have this kind of job. There's always a silver lining in these situations. And while you feel like you want to just grip to the negative and the dark, it is helpful in the quiet moments to say, hey, at least now I can do what I want to do, in some realm of possibility. Obviously, payments and child support and all these things can tamper that down, but this is your life, so you have to follow through with your desire of how you want to live your life, right? Don't let anybody take that away from you. Not even you in your down moments. Okay, so just to wrap this up, I think it's worth getting a pad, and I would suggest a blank, I actually have one, but a blank artist pad that is blank on the back versus lines, what have you, and just sketch it out, kind of mind map what that looks like. You want a relationship? What is that person? What qualities do you want in her? And more importantly, what qualities do you need or want yourself to attract that? And that's a whole nother video, a very important one, I think, and is synergist to this one. But get that artist pad and just write. And just whatever it comes to mind, write it out. And then you'll start seeing pathways to that. It'll just pop up. You might have a social network one, soul, your soul, feeding your soul, finances, relationship with the kids, physical well-being, contribution would be nice to other people in your community. So I hope that helps, especially you guys who are in the storm right now. If you can just take a breath and look into the future 3-4 years, I know it's hard, you're like dealing with this, but I do believe there's value in that. And for us who have been at it a little bit, it's always good to reinforce those things, okay? Hopefully that will help some folks, and we'll see y'all soon. Take care.